Me and Nate at Outdoor Auto are seeing who's built the best budget off-road rig, and it's Jeep versus Toyota. We bought these two rigs stock, then modified them, and are now putting them head to head to see who spent the least amount of money for a rig that does the best in 8 different categories. The loser of each category has to face what we're calling the Wheel of Pain, with consequences like wearing a dog shock collar or eating the hottest hot sauce you can buy. But before we get there, we're putting these two builds in a ring and making them fight it out. Okay, we have all arrived here and we're about to start our first trail comparison focusing on overlanding. So Nate just showed up with the Land Cruiser. He also brought his other Land Cruiser. Rafi's here with his JK E140s and with a V8 swap in it. And so we've got plenty of horsepower and capability to get us out of situations should we get stuck in these two vehicles, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm super confident about this XJ right now. I think it's going to be rad. So we're going to start the comparison here in the next few minutes. So let's go. Challenge number 1 was the Overland route, a very steep climb with loose dirt followed by a loop with whoops and bumps. And the XJ was up first. All right, you ready for this?
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
Okay, so you haven't been in here since the first time you drove this thing. First impressions.
I mean, it's a different vehicle. I have to give you a ton of credit. It looks great. Yeah. The 35s make it look how it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
so it's like a proper 4-wheel drive now.
Didn't quite start the first time, but you know what? It doesn't always start the first time.
Yeah.
Then you just gotta. Then you get a little bit of exhaust smoke coming through. Yeah. There's probably a leak somewhere. It's just a small leak, not enough to put you to sleep when you're driving or anything.
I mean, it's normal XJ stuff, but honestly, you scored on the interior of this. It's a cleaner XJ than normal. Okay, that's 4 high.
Okay, here we go.
I don't want to die. This guy.
Y'all can't mess with the club. Y'all can't mess with the club.
Okay, well, I will tell you right now, this is not how we're going to be driving this.
Oh man, I gotta tell you, that's not good for overlanding, but it's a lot of fun.
It's good for your soul.
Yeah, I would never drive an overlanding route that way, but that was a lot of fun.
You've been working on it for a long time. I feel like you really needed to get out and get a little aggression out.
Yeah, I feel like that was like therapy.
Yeah, therapy. I think so.
Four-wheel drive therapy.
I wouldn't recommend doing anything he just did as an overlander, but we can say one thing, it's fully capable of an overland route.
Absolutely. With the XJ run complete, it was time to compare it to the Land Cruiser. You know what? I'm gonna ding you for this. This seatbelt did not retract right away.
Let's see if it starts.
Did start the first time. That's
weird.
There is a ton of room in here. There is a sunroof. It's very nice. It feels.
I had your
nice in here.
Seat eater on for you.
Oh,
too.
Thank you. Yes, you know what? It's a little chilly outside, so I mean, in terms of comfort, there's no question. This is a clear winner in comfort.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Come on, buddy. This thing is It's got it. It's got traction control.
Oh, there you go. I was about to get out and push. I will say that it's a more pleasant driving experience.
But I won't cry for yesterday. There's an ordinary world. Somehow I have to find.
If we go through them how you went through them, there's a high likelihood we will smack our nose on the ground.
So, okay, so factoring all this in.
Most overlanders that we know, like, they would bypass this.
They would go the...
yeah, they would absolutely bypass that just because they're all in it for longevity. Do you want to drive 2,000 miles in this and have all the extra room and towing capacity? Payload capacity.
Yeah. The XJ is also a decent overlanding platform, just when you're comparing the two. So if you're an XJ fan, and you want to have one, you want to take it overlanding, it can absolutely overland. You're just going to have a little less space, but it's narrower. You can go down trails that have overgrowth on them. Like, there are some advantages to having it, but on the whole, I think this is probably a better platform for that.
Which, by the way, is a perfect time. This got delivered yesterday.
Oh yeah.
This is not us playing a prank. This is part of our wheel of pain that we talked about.
The thing I'm probably the most nervous about.
Yeah, and it's going on the wheel, so it's just as likely either one of us if we lose a category. This is
Oof. This is a dog. This is a multi-dog training system.
Yeah, it's a dog shock collar.
It's rechargeable and it's waterproof, so there's no way out. With one category down that definitely leaned in favor of the Land Cruiser, it was time to put the rigs back on the rocks. We decided to go back to where we tested the rigs stock in the first episode to see if our mods made a noticeable difference.
I'm in the back right now, just in case anybody needs a little tug. But really excited to see how this Land Cruiser holds up to this thing. Also excited to see how Will does with the XJ. I think he's fallen in love with this Cherokee.
Once we got over to the trail with the rocks, we decided the Land Cruiser would be up first. All right, sir, so we're back to the rocks. The last time we did this, it was a bit of a process. Now you've got bigger tires.
Yeah.
And I should say, we're running these Falcon all-terrains. We're about to put some rocks and some wet rocks on.
This is definitely more of a rock crawly route than an all-terrain, but on the bright side, we have a bunch of water in the trail.
Yeah.
And these are like the top-rated wet traction tires, so who knows, maybe that'll help me out.
I think it won't hurt you.
We gotta line this up, try not to smash the car and smash the rock sliders.
Yeah, well, at least this time, if you do hit a slider, you're protected.
This is way muckier than it was before.
Yeah.
The mud puddle is deep. Our rear tire is way off the ground now.
Oh yeah, she's up there. You're about to hit slider. You didn't actually hit your slider.
I did the perfect line.
Look at that. You have like zero room for error though.
Yeah,
like,
I have 1 inch on each side. Nice and controlled.
Are you kidding me? That was like, well, you're not up yet.
Come on, that was like the perfect line.
That was
the build.
But I mean, like,
the build worked
way better than it was last time. I'm a little nervous to if the XJ is going to do better than that. All right,
well,
let's go see how the XJ does.
Let's see how the XJ does.
Feel this thing going over the rocks now. Remember last time we drove over, it was like,
we were spinning.
What was that?
Yeah, and you were spinning, and it sounded like parts were falling off.
Yeah. Now we're just going. Oh man, you really did dig this thing out for me.
Sorry.
What did you do?
Oh, you're flexing out like crazy over here. It looks awesome. There we go. Oh, there it is. Here's the momentum. Yeah!
Which is like, as I'm learning, driving the XJ. That's what you do.
XJ is momentum.
You just send it a little bit and it bounces up, no scrapes.
It's a different style of driving. It's a totally different style of driving.
Yours likes to stop and think about it. Yeah. And be like, what should we do here? I think.
Then I just have a feeling at some point it's going to stop and think about it and cry and just not want to go any farther. Whereas yours is still just going to gas all the way through.
Mine goes like, stop going so slow. When you go slow, things don't go well. Go like a little bit faster than you're comfortable with.
Okay, well, that was good.
I mean, we both did really well.
We have more obstacles. It's gonna keep getting more and more interesting. So,
all right, let's see.
I'm nervous.
And this is where things got interesting. While the two vehicles and builds were extremely different, both of them were handling whatever the trail threw at us. The rock crawling advantage that I thought I had seems to be slipping away.
Following will right now. He is just letting loose on that XJ, and it is so cool to see. The Land Cruiser did an amazing job, don't get me wrong. With the ESS system that it has, really kicks in and helps it grab traction and go. But coming up near the end of the trail here, when there's a little bit of extra credit, we got a light sprinkle going on, and I'm hoping that we can, I don't know, make it up a nice slick rock. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
And so we tried one last obstacle to see if we could find a winner of the rock crawling category. All right, Nate, this is probably the most aggressive obstacle all day. In fact,
easily
by a long shot, actually.
This is an obstacle where you got to go straight up, essentially a waterfall, and then you got to have to pivot to the left really hard.
Yeah.
And my car is so long that as soon as we do that pivot to the left, I can get stuck right there as a teeter-totter. Yeah. But good thing we have this roll cage. Wait.
No. Oh, we have this nice sunroof.
I forgot to, we'll just close that.
More room. Oh, I feel safer now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so far so good. I hear some crumbling underneath.
That's the traction control.
He's saying driver. Dude, I'm telling you.
This thing is a weapon.
Did you just honk? Did you honk?
Yeah, I hit this with my arm. He was saying something, so I stopped. Dude, I actually
so
can't
impressive.
Believe we made it up that.
So impressive.
I want to see you do it. You've got that belly clearance. I think you're gonna kill it.
I will see.
Oh man,
dude, that was amazing. I gotta tell you, man, like that was amazing. It was amazing to ride. I can't believe it got up there. I really thought, oh, this is the moment where he's gonna tap out.
I thought I was gonna get stuck. I really did.
Yeah. This one, honestly, I don't get nervous very often, but this one makes me a little bit nervous.
I was not lying when I was saying my heart rate was up.
I'm taking a very different line than you. Let's try it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Nice.
That's extra, buddy.
Pivot,
Bounce
man.
around. That was like not even a big deal.
That was sweet, dude. But like at the end of today, as it stands, for a budget build, we're talking rock crawlers and overlanders under $20,000. I didn't even come close to that. We'll still have to do our final tally, but
we're both under.
We're both under. And these things are doing everything.
I'm not surprised that the XJ did just fine on that obstacle.
Yeah,
I am surprised that the Land Cruiser did so well.
Okay, well, we'll reset tomorrow.
Okay.
See you guys then.
Because we were at a stalemate, we decided to push them harder the next day. So I headed over to Nate's shop to swap out the Falcon AT4Ws for the Falcon RTs, a more aggressive off-road tire with bigger lugs and more sidewall protection, which would make the next day very interesting for both of us. Okay, we're back at it today, and the goal is to push both of these vehicles a little bit more to their limit. So one of the cool things about this Boss Elite stereo unit is that it has Apple CarPlay, and I can pull up Onyx off-road. So we're out at an OHV park. We're headed to a trail I've never been before, and I just was able to get the coordinates from Zeph, who's leading the way. So if I get lost from the convoy, I can find my way in using Onyx off-road, because it'll just nap me right there. So if you want to get Onyx off-road, you can get a 7-day free trial, and you can use the code V2R20 to save 20% on your annual subscription, and I will leave a link in the description of this video should you want to do that. Before we went back to the rocks the next day, there were a couple of other categories we wanted to throw at the two rigs. The first was the drag race. A straight up race between the Toyota V8 and the Jeep Inline 6. But before we go any further, you should know a couple of things. One, we staked out this stretch of road with flaggers and spotters, and two, even though this is a race, neither vehicle actually surpassed the posted speed limit on this road. So this may have been the slowest drag race ever recorded. I think this is like a tortoise versus a tortoise.
Yeah, we're in the desert. This seems appropriate. Okay, give us a count when you drop it. Count to 10 and then drop.
5, 4,
okay,
3,
slowest race
2,
on planet Earth.
Here we go.
Let's go! 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 Woo! Oh my gosh! I can't believe that!
Oh, we lost.
I was born to lose.
I've been informed that I have 3,000 pounds on him, so I think 3,000 pounds heavier is twice the weight. 2 cylinders apparently can't make up for it.
So these guys got a bright idea to do a tug-of-war contest between the Land Cruiser and the XJ. Thought it'd be interesting.
So we used a Factor 55 kinetic rope to tether the 2 rigs and see who could pull who.
I'm a little worried someone's gonna be yanked off of this.
Okay, I'm ready whenever you are, Zeph.
This is a terrible idea. Got it! Nobody moved an inch! He's still trying.
Take 2 had us doubling up the kinetic rope to see if we could get more pulling leverage out of either vehicle.
This is take 2. We're gonna try this again. Good!
I don't know, I guess it's a tie. I don't know what to say. Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. This thing should be hauled backwards, and yet we're at a stalemate. I wouldn't call either of these clear winners or losers.
No. Dude, you know what's funny is your whole car just traveled that way a long way. You didn't afford it just going that way.
You're just starting a big, like, lasso.
Yeah. I don't even know what's to do with that. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
With 2 categories completed today, it was time to get back to our unfinished business from yesterday, the rocks. Our trail of choice, this little gym in the Oahes called Meat Grinder.
Yes! Oh my God!
As we made our way into the canyon, the reality of what we'd gotten ourselves into started to sink in. Okay, we're down here in what's called Meat Grinder, and we're about to get started here. Zeph has gone ahead in his XJ on 40s, and Nate, I think, is in the middle of a panic attack.
Mostly.
So what are your predictions?
Today's the day this beast is made to shine, dude. If you're buying an old XJ, this is what you're buying it for.
Yeah.
So
Mostly,
I'm pretty excited to see you drive today.
Dude, I'm excited to see more of the Land Cruiser because, like, yesterday, we were all impressed with how much the Land Cruiser did. So I think you're underestimating how much that thing's gonna do in this
Yeah,
canyon.
but she's a long-bodied, wide girl,
Yeah.
and that's gonna come back to bite me at some point.
It hasn't stopped her yet.
I know.
So
This is a no-joke line for the level of vehicles we've built so far. This is a true test.
Watch, you better watch your step. Yo, you better watch your step. You better watch. You better watch your step. Yo, you better watch your step. You better listen up, punk. I'ma tell you what. Better sit down. Better keep your mouth shut. I'ma fold you out with a punch.
There it is.
Speak. I haven't hit my peak. I'm probably second 6 feet deep in the concrete.
Yeah, that's
Stay
fine.
upset. Keep your head in check, oh boy. You better watch your step. It's erratic, it's sporadic. Need an M3 and cover black metallic. My style is classic, yours is tragic. Fantastic, I'm the mega bombastic. Real, no plastic, bounce like elastic. Got parallel park, call that gymnastic. Enough of that, JV, get on the track. Watch your step and watch your back. You better watch
Sweet.
your step. Yo, you better watch your
I know this is a competition, but you guys have to know, to a certain extent, me and Will are friends, and it's just cool to see each other doing stuff like this and having fun.
Dude, that was freaking wicked, man.
that was awesome, dude. There was a couple spots where I'm still learning the momentum and use that posse, but they were, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that was just fun.
Oh yeah, it's all full of water too, so it's nice and slippery. That is what we're about to try to take a very wide-bodied Land Cruiser up. Here we go.
Zeph, what's your prediction for Nate?
I think Nate is gonna hit over the front with his front tires, and then it's just gonna stop.
You don't think he's gonna make it up? Rafi, what do you predict for the Land Cruiser?
Honestly, I think he's gonna get up over this initial entrance point, but he's gonna get to right behind where you're standing, and it's just gonna flop.
Okay, well here he goes.
you guys are getting it.
There it is.
Yep.
There it is.
Very good, very good, very good.
Easy.
Woo!
Driver. Yeah, you're fine. There you go. Finish off.
Dude, that was killer, dude.
I mean, I'm really slow.
I always knew you could do it. I knew it.
You don't think it's gonna make it out?
That was really close to the limits of a Land Cruiser.
And again, I have to say, I'm impressed the thing made it up.
That was really good drive. I was very impressed.
100%.
Oh, cool.
Okay, I've been super impressed with the Land Cruiser. Like, it's climbing things that no Land Cruiser maybe should be doing, or maybe we just didn't know that they were this good at climbing rocks. But I think that we should try to settle this once and for all.
I agree. I was just talking to my camera in cab, actually, and I was saying there's a point where shorter wheelbase, more belly clearance, there's a level of obstacle I can't overcome.
Right.
I simply cannot. So we could keep doing harder and harder climbs all day long.
Or I could bet you that if I can make it up this, which is something I'm guessing you don't want to try.
Well, I can't. I mean, I will belly out on it, right on my diff, and we will be stuck.
And I'm not 100% I can make it up.
Yeah,
But I'm going to try, and if I make it up this, and let's say the XJ wins the rock crawling stuff.
I agree. If
Okay.
you make it up that, you've got it, man, because there's
Deal.
no way, I just can't. It's physically too straight up, and I have too long of a wheelbase. So let's go. I want to watch
right,
this,
let's
man.
make
This
it
is going to be good.
Now I have no choice.
Uh-oh. Will's trying to settle our bet, but is it going to start?
Well, let's see.
Okay.
takes a few tries sometimes.
It just has, little issues with where they pull up the gas.
It just has delicious to start.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes.
No problem.
Time's always a charm.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty nervous about this. I just saw Zeph drive up it on his XJ on 40s. Pretty intimidating. All right.
Yep. Get your front up and then bump it. Follow through.
What? Yes! I was pretty nervous there for a second, but honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal.
I think he does win.
I think that means he wins, Nate.
There's no way I could do that.
Will, dude, that was amazing. You did it.
Thank you. I was nervous there for a second.
Beautiful drive.
My front came up a little too fast, but then I remember
just
you guys
saw
said
sky for a
I saw
second?
sky, and I was like, when you see sky, hit the gas.
Yeah.
And the XJ just bounced up, no belly rub, no sliders, nothing, just all tire, man. So
The most incredible thing about that was I thought you'd be able to bounce it, but I still figured you'd drag.
Yeah.
You didn't even touch. Like, that was so clean. I feel a little bad for the Land Cruiser because it did so good on the rock crawling, but dimensionally, there's just a point where you can't do it.
if there were like an award for overachieving on the rocks, I think the Land Cruiser would get that award.
Yeah.
But that's not a category.
Yeah. Dang it.
But you got my respect.
That means a lot, actually.
Yeah.
But that was awesome. You got my respect too.
Thanks, dude.
All right, cool.
Moving on. What's next? With the head-to-head categories now decided, we took the rest of the day to just play around before Nate and I had to go face the Wheel of Pain the next day.
You know we came to drop bombs. I came, I saw, we came to drop bombs. I came, I saw, you know we came to drop. I'm the big bambino, need a bad thing and all green like Shingo. You look lost, you looking like Nemo. Keeping this promo, never in ego. First gear, second gear, third gear, clutch, gear, wheels keep on spinning, but I never get them stuck. Yeah, pause.
But you know what they say, it's all fun and games until someone's drive shaft explodes on the trail. We took this as a sign it was time to call it a day and start the final tally of who won each category. Here's how it all broke down. Nate and I met the next day to do a detailed breakdown of each of the 8 categories and decide who won any that were still up in the air. If you want to see that in-depth discussion on the competition, you can tune into the podcast linked on the screen now. But here are the results. As you saw in this video, the XJ won the rock crawling and drag race categories, and we tied in the tug-of-war. We decided the Land Cruiser won the overlanding category because of its comfort, payload, towing, and suitability for long trips. We then decided the Land Cruiser also won the daily driver category since Nate's build was largely focused on making minimal modifications, and it's just a more pleasant overall experience driving it on a daily basis. The category of reliability was hotly debated because both rigs are legendary for their longevity, but my XJ didn't always start when it was supposed to, had some strange leaks going on, and had a cylinder compression issue. So the Land Cruiser also won this category. However, the title of biggest transformation was a hands-down win for the XJ, even though both of us were equally proud of our builds, which meant that with 3 wins apiece and 1 tie, the winner of the competition would come down to the last category, budget. Nate's cost breakdown was $10,000 for the vehicle, $7,016 for parts, and $0 for labor for a total of $17,016. The cost of the XJ was $3,000, $7,888 for parts, and $5,616 for labor, which made my total $16,504. That means that I won the budget category by $512. But I had bumpers that didn't arrive in time for the competition, which meant that my worn winch also did not get installed. So had those gone on, I would have lost the budget category. So maybe I didn't win after all. After a lot of debate on this, Nate and I decided we'd let you pick the winner of this category. So please weigh in with who you think won this category and any others you have an opinion on in the comments. All that was left now was to spin the wheel of pain.
So we have our wheel of death here.
Yeah.
For every category that we lose.
Yeah, we spin this key. Wherever it lands is the consequence. It ranges from doing exercises, 10 burpees, if anybody knows what burpees are, you know how terrible they are, to we each made custom bumper stickers that kind of insult the other one that we have to put on. There's the Hot Ones hot sauce. There's merch, like we'd have to wear each other's merch
in a future video
and talk about it. An Instagram post that we would make like in the moment, like I love Jeeps or whatever. And then probably the one that we're both most scared of is a dog shock collar.
Yeah.
So, here we go. Spin of the key number 1.
Oh my God.
I mean,
you're on Hot Ones.
Oh, I was like, no, it's on the line. I need to respin it, but I think you're right.
Dip the bottom in and go for it.
Okay, here we go. So we're just gonna.
Yeah, whatever I make you do, I'm probably gonna have to do.
This is it. Okay.
I have a feeling you're better with spicy food than I am.
Don't.
So.
Oh my God.
Is it bad?
Right off the bat, man.
Oh no.
It's not good. Okay, it's calming down. It's not too bad. He's picking back up again.
No.
It's like working its way down my throat. It's now it's like, oh my God. You know what we should do? Let's just move on.
Let's move on. Okay.
Yes! I'll take a bumper sticker.
Not so
I will
bad.
take a bumper sticker,
That's
baby.
way better.
Okay, all right. Whew. All right. What does your bumper sticker say?
My bumper sticker says, it's hard to see because it's a cutout, but it says the best part of this Jeep is the Toyota transmission.
I mean, I don't love that.
For people that don't know, all XJs came with a transmission that's made by a company called Asian, and Asian is a wholly owned company, parts company. But yeah, so these all come with Toyota transmissions. It's one of the reasons the transmissions last so long.
I will tell you that Jeep people will argue that a bit in terms of technicalities of it being a Toyota versus not Toyota and how many other transmissions.
We can get underneath and look at the
I'm not saying that it's not.
It says right.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that there is some debate. But I will begrudgingly put this on the back of the car. If you want a back window. Okay, boy. Now that it's on there, I don't like it at all.
Now, it's just, is it because it says Toyota so big?
Yeah, that's part of it.
Is that the main problem?
But I mean, there it is.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
This is my turn, right?
Yep.
Oh! It's alive! It's alive! God!
Oh, no, I think it is right on the line. Spin again.
Almost safe.
Oh, man!
Bumper sticker.
I mean,
what do you got for me?
Okay, I will love for you to put this on your Toyota. I really want you to have some pain like me, but
Oh, I'm gonna have pain, I'm sure.
this one says, CV you later. CV you later, folks.
I love it.
Because you Toyota guys have some CV issues. But there will be people there will be people who read this who know exactly what that means.
Well, and if I don't replace those ones that I've bought at some point, it's gonna probably be true. I'm gonna put it over here.
Okay, all right.
We're gonna try to change this up a little bit.
Yeah, don't spill that. Oh! No! Oh, that's my worst nightmare, man.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
It feels really weird.
Okay. Well, so far, the two things that we didn't want to have happen have happened.
Yeah.
You win on reliability, so I will spin Instagram post. Okay. We'll take a selfie.
Yeah.
And then you get to write whatever you want.
We look like morons.
We do.
I'm just gonna say my next build might be a Toyota.
Oh.
You can just type that out.
Okay, so there it is. That was my last spin. You have one more
Because you won
because I won transformational build. So you have one more. Godspeed.
Now you have to turn it up again. I think.
Yeah. Well, we'll go to a 7. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, yeah, that's way worse. Your whole what happens is all these little tendons just spasm.
Oh, yeah.
And it's real weird.
This part wasn't the best, but the rest of this
The rest of these was a lot of fun.
was a lot of fun. And like I had a blast doing this too. I love that, we have 2 different YouTube channels focused on things and we came together to do this. I'd love to do something like this again.
And we need maybe next time we drag some other unsuspecting victim into the mix.
Yeah, I like that.
Maybe if people have ideas on who we should drag into
Yeah.
this next year, put them in the comments. If it's a channel you think we should maybe try to reach out to.
Yeah, so think about budget build competition 2.0. Who should we invite? And what should the budget be? And give us some ideas on like rigs that you want to see built up. Hey,
Okay,
this is great.
that was awesome.
Until next time.
Yep.
See you later.
Oh,
I just did it
by accident.
I thought I was waking it up.